Agonasaur Rex into Ghalta. Hold on, we want to make sure that we keep a red source for this. Ghalta, Primal Hunger. You can hear Ghalta screaming. Exhaust. Bam. Aetherspark. Attach the Aetherspark to our lovely. Let's give it to Ghalta. Let's give it to Ghalta, and we're swinging all in, baby. Look at that, dinos, let's go. Ghalta with the Aetherspark, and ladies and gentlemages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode of Man, and today we've got another juicer for you. So today we're going into dinos. That's right, it's low-hanging fruit, but come on, we're gonna put a little bit of a spin on some dinosaur action here, of course, with Ether Drift. We got the new Regal Imperiosaur. Other dinosaurs you control get +1/+1. Honestly, that's really all you need. Like, the Hammerskull is a nice little card here. We've already seen the Ixalli dino here. Whenever it attacks, if you don't control another dinosaur, put a stun counter on it. The Imperiosaur can even buff it up even higher. But the reason why this is so good is because we really want to crank that the 3-drop. Because obviously we've got the Lorekeeper and the Llanowar Elves. This is the best thing that dinosaurs can do. Is not, well, every green deck has access to Llanowar Elves, obviously, but dinos also have access to Lorekeeper. So the absolute best thing that we can do is drop a one drop mana dork, and then on turn 2 get one of these nasty turn 3 play, or well, they're supposed to be turn 3 plays, but we're gonna cheat them out on turn 2. So obviously Hammerskull is a good card, obviously a great card, but now we've got Hammerskull and the Imperiosaur for that turn 2 really buff thing. And like I said, not every single deck that's green is going to be able to have another mana dork on turn 2. So, turn 1, excuse me. So, and then we got the Draconautics Engineer. It's got exhaust. Other creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. This is phenomenal. So, this is obviously a Garblet Artificer. I always want to say Artificer. And it's got exhaust. Create a dinosaur dragon creature token with flying. So, just create a dinosaur dragon, but creates a dinosaur nevertheless. But what we like about the Engineer is obviously two different things. Well, I mean, we're just like giving everything haste. We got the new Agonasaur Rex. I keep saying Agonasaurus Rex. I'll probably keep saying that. I apologize. Agonasaur Rex, trample cycling whenever you cycle this card. Put 2+1/+1 counters on it and gain trample and indestructible until end of turn. Really good. Really flexible. Obviously, just having 2+1/+1 counters and trample is really nice. So these big beefy boys do not have trample. But we can also give them trample with Garruk's Uprising. I do think this card is a little bit underplayed. Shout out to, in the Discord, Moonwatcher. Kind of showing me this, not showing this card, but like reminding me that this is definitely a card you can use. I do like this quite a bit because it does give creatures you control trample, whereas the World Tree card, that World Tree card, the cards that cost 3 green sources specifically, does not give your creatures trample. And these cards need trample. You have 6/6, 5/4, they're going to get bigger. They want trample here. So obviously Etali, Primal Storm does not have trample either, so that kind of helps as well. And this Etali is a little bit weak in my opinion compared to like this Etali. But what I do like about this is whenever it attacks is like you get the attack trigger. So the Draconautics Engineer giving that exhaust for the red and just giving everything haste makes for a lot more powerful of a play, because otherwise you play this down and it does absolutely nothing. So this Etali Primal Storm giving it haste makes all the difference in the world, and we don't even have to really explain why Ghalta giving Ghalta haste is pretty damn amazing. So I like this card a lot, and it's here to stay. I think this card is definitely you get so much value out of it. Just a body and the haste is, I mean, just absolutely amazing. So last but not least, the Aetherspark, as long as it's attached to a creature. Now, when you notice about this, whenever equipped creature deals combat damage, that's it. Just combat damage. It's just combat damage. It doesn't have to be to a player. So obviously, if you just hit a creature and they block, chump block, whatever, doesn't matter. You're gonna get the big counters on it. So this is a draw engine. Draw 2 cards. You can just keep drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing, or you can add 10 mana of any one color. Now we are a little bit low in the mana sink department, but I guess later in the game you could go for like a Paleontologist, and for 2 you can grab your big dinos back into the graveyard. The best thing you could probably do is just go in for an Etali Primal Conqueror for 10, exactly 10. You can transform Etali, and hopefully we can kind of get that stuff going on here. But just the Aetherspark, a nice, persistent, annoying threat. And you know, Ixalli, we'll give a little shout out to the sideboard here. Everyone and their mother is running a Simulacrum deck here, so that's kind of why we got the Frillbacks. We even got a Fade from History and a Brotherhood's End. Those Simulacrum decks are absolutely no shot. Obstinate Baloth for the discard decks, and that's pretty much it. This is for the graveyard decks, and that's about it. This deck is absolutely well apt in the meta right now. I don't know if this will be like tier 1 or anything like that, but it's definitely playable. It's very competitive, and we're gonna rock with the Ether Dinos. So on to my next thing here. It's still kind of weird transitioning into this thing, but I am now a TCG player affiliate. So if you are looking to buy any sort of cards, make sure to click my link above. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it does help out the channel, and it does mean a lot to me if you help me out. That would be really cool and really you know, whatever, yada yada, sentimental stuff. But speaking of sentimental stuff, let's go ahead and give a shout out to the Mana Rocks. The Mana Rocks are the patrons and the YouTube channel members that do help out the channel directly financially. That means the absolute world to me. Thank you so much. It means all the world to me to have your support. I think I'm just kind of going into repetitiveness here, but feel free to join us in the Discord. The Discord is absolutely free to join. Again, thank you to Moonwatcher for kind of turning me on to the Garruk's Uprising. Gotta love this. Creatures control get trampled. Hopefully we can have some trampling fun here. So that's about it. I'm done blabbing. Just keep in mind that only you, yes you, can help protect the Aether by leaving a like on the video. The button looks just like this. Without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Glau here, how you doing here? Alright, so this is like pretty dynamite. I mean, Elves into Hammerskull, into Aetherspark. Opponent is on a mulligan. Let's go ahead and give him the friendly mulligan. I love everybody needs a friend. We take a mulligan because those things suck. Alright, so let's waste absolutely no time. We're going to go in for our lovely Elves, into Hammerskull, into Aetherspark. That seems like the pretty much like a... seems pretty dynamite of a curve here. So, see if we have any sort of removal from the opponent. So far, so good, but we just gotta survive one more turn. Fingers crossed. Let's see if we can get down the Aetherspark. We do not. Unfortunately, we do not, but it's okay. So now the question becomes, do we actually want to get down the Aetherspark? I mean, maybe not. I mean, I think it's actually worth it a little bit more to go in for double map tokens. I know it seems a little bit weird, but I definitely am going to need some sort of big creature at some point, so a little less mana efficient, but we do clear out our draws. So you kind of see case in point here. I think that was a little bit worth it, but I don't know. Going for the Aetherspark, it doesn't feel. I don't know. But let's not think about it. We're gonna draw something big and crazy, and there we go. We got our big and crazy Ghalta, so definitely could be worse here. Aetherspark, let's go. All right. Alright, so I think we'll go for +1 onto Elf. Bam. We definitely got to swing in, get this Aetherspark going. I think I actually might even use this Elf to chump block. As disgusting as that is, I think at this point, this Elf is probably just a chump blocker. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works. Burst Lightning onto the Elf, so no longer the Aetherspark. My Elf has lost the spark, but that's okay. Let's see if they go for double strike or trample. They actually might want to go for trample. They do actually. Wow. So now that they do have trample, I think I'll actually just let this go. If this was double strike, I would block, but trample, I don't think. Nah. We're okay there. All right, back to 4. This is not good. Guess we just. I guess we do want to attack, right? And they're going to put a big beating down next turn, but I think just getting this down feels decent. Lorekeeper. 17 life from the mice. I know that a Manifold Mouse and an Emberheart Challenger can get absolutely insane. I mean, good God, can they get insane? So let's see. Let's just see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7 double strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I really have enough to go for Ghalta, so for that reason, I think I do actually just chump block here, which feels nasty, but let's go ahead and just prevent a little bit of damage here. So we can't really go for Ghalta anyway. Could just draw 2 cards. It's starting to feel like the move here. We're starting to feel a little bit of pressure. Let's go ahead and use the Aetherspark to draw. I guess that's better than nothing. So Draconautics, how do you say this? Draconautics Engineer. I guess that's the play here, and then we can make a 4/4. All right, it feels relatively fine-ish. All right, so the Aetherspark, not getting into that big add 10 mana of any color, but we do want to have some sort of like mana sink for that anyway. All right, Flowerfoot Swordmaster. Sure. The only thing we're kind of hoping for is this Draconautics Engineer. We can obviously give Ghalta haste, which is pretty nasty, but let's do this right now. Exhaust. Exhausted up, baby. Got a 4/4. So we can actually just take a clean trade here, right? Yeah, that feels fine. And we're going to have to just try and put a beat down on the opponent with a hasted Ghalta. I think that's going to be our play here. Agonasaur Rex. Pretty sick. Hold on. Can we actually... Is it possible to... Can this get... Is this... Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? If we do this, that makes Ghalta cost 1. We give everything haste. Okay. Agonasaur Rex. Agonasaur Rex into Ghalta. Hold on. We want to make sure that we keep a red source for this. Ghalta, Primal Hunger. You can hear Ghalta screaming. Exhaust. Bam. Aetherspark. Attach the Aetherspark to our lovely... Let's give it to Ghalta. Let's give it to Ghalta, and we're swinging all in, baby. Look at that. Dinos, let's go. Ghalta with the Aetherspark, and they can... How's yo 702? How you doing here? This looks like a pretty damn good curve, if you ask me. We're gonna rock with it, baby. Lorekeeper into a Hammerskull, so obviously we're already staring kind of at a stun counter, which is not great, but... Teething Wormlet. I haven't seen Teething Wormlet in a hot second, so usually you kind of see this in like, honestly, sometimes like Simic and stuff like that, so... Gruul versus Simic, presumably, we'll see. There, see, I knew it, Usually you see it with like the, oh man, it's been a hot second, but... What do you see it with? The, Surge Engine, I believe it's called? I guess we're gonna see it with the Schooner. No blocks here, my friend. Go ahead and take that. Yeah, that's fine. I see your 2/2. Ooh, we got a Ghalta. Ghalta, absolutely phenomenal. Gotta love a Ghalta, obviously, but let's go and get down our Pugnacious Hammerskull and see what we got going on. Obviously, getting into Ghalta seems to be, you know, pretty much what we want to do, generally speaking. But even if we can't go in for Ghalta, we do have a full plate. Ooh. See, everyone is running the Simulacrum. I think there's a lot of new Aether Drift cards that work well, the Simulacrum, obviously, so hopefully we get to see them. But hopefully we don't get to see them too good, because I want my dinos to do a little better. I think it's, you know, but... I have sideboarded 4 Brotherhood's Ends, just for the synthesizers, and a Fade from History, or whatever the card's called, and 3 Frillbacks. So I think we're pretty good, pretty well apt to take care of this. Well, can't really do anything too much here, especially with the Ghalta. A little more land than I'd like, but that's okay. Just get down our Paleontologist. Paleontologist, and I mean, what else do we want to do here? Just land drop, not really anything too crazy here. 1 off from being able to go in for Ghalta, but like that's okay, whatever. It really sucks to have to do like a stun counter. I guess you can make it a consideration to keep it, but I'm not going to do this. Keep it back, I should say, but... Teething Wormlet, Death Touch, whatever. We'll just kind of do this now, and we'll worry about it later. We're big, stupid dinos. If you have an opportunity to swing in, I'm doing it, baby. Big, stupid dinos go boom. That's what we're doing here. Since you got here, Memory Garden. This is the new card, the Infinity for Artifacts, so that makes sense with the Simulacrum Synthesizer. They're going to get another one. Hopefully, they don't have another one of these. Because... Oh, wait. Oh, Llanowar Elves, that's fine. We can rock with that. So they do have a pretty decent offensive board here. I mean, you can even make the case. Kind of interesting that they do not attack. Oh, there's a new vehicle. I'm not super familiar with that one, but... I don't know why they didn't swing in with a Teething Wormlet. I guess they're afraid of maybe like a Burst Lightning or something like that, even though I do not have a Burst Lightning. Aetherspark, let's go. Okay. Let's see how we want to map this out. We got 6 mana to play with. If I go for Ghalta first, I can't go for the Aetherspark. But if I go for the Aetherspark +1, this will give a +1/+1 to a creature, and then I can go for Ghalta. I think that's the play. Here. +1/+1 on the Paleontologist, so this will make Ghalta cost 1 less. Boom, there we go. Ghalta, Primal Hunger, now we get a Ghalta. Okay, I think that was pretty good. I am a little nervous. Just because the Paleontologist on the, protecting the Aetherspark seems a little wishy-washy, but... So let's see what this Thunder's thingy does. Well, I don't like that. I'm just more... Okay, I'm actually just more worried about the synthesizer tokens right now, so... Alright, there. Got no more hand, and unfortunately, we do flood out pretty bad here. Well, here's the thing. We could take the Aetherspark. I think we're gonna do this. Let's put the +1/+1 on the Ghalta, and then swing in and give the Aetherspark 13 counters. That's too... Come on. Come on, that's way too fun. 13-13, Ghalta, find your spark, baby. I'm swinging in, I don't care, come on. Swing in, and this Aetherspark, it doesn't have to be combat damage to a player, it's just combat damage. It's just combat damage, so whatever they want to do, I don't really care here. Don't really care. Wormlet has Death Touch, but they still are going to take a decent amount of damage with the Trample here. So let's see if they want to use some of these artifacts to, like, absorb it, the impact, I guess. Okay, so they are going for a triple block here. Interesting. Sure. Whatever. Did it? Wait, hold on. Why did I just kill the smaller thing? What the hell? Okay, that was actually a little bit of a blunder on my end. I guess I should have been a little bit more prone to that, but nevertheless, you already know that I'm just too worried about going in for the Paleontologist. I think we're still good to do this, right? We could just end the turn, but no, we're not. We're not. Paleontologist. Look at this. Exile a card from the graveyard. Let's go and get our Ghalta back. I'm still not a huge fan of how they don't the new update with Aetherspark. They whatchamacallit. Both your graveyard and opponent's graveyard are the same color. I like when it's ticked. I'm not here to cry about that. I'm here to drop Ghalta back from the graveyard. I'm a little surprised that they took all those resources to block Ghalta just to just to get it back. They had to have known that it was coming back. And look at our Aetherspark. 19 counters on the Aetherspark. I mean, come on. Come on. I wish we had a mana sink with the Aetherspark, because you can add 10 mana of any color, but we can just keep drawing for a literal days with the Aetherspark here. We can draw 2 cards over and over and over and over, and if we do drop like an Etali or something, we can sink it into that, but this is looking pretty good. Let's go! Well, that was relatively stress-free. Let's see if we can kind of replicate that. That was pretty fun, so... Alright, we got Brotherhood's End, we've got our, like, Fade from History, or whatever the hell that card's called. I think we're pretty much set up pretty good here, so... Llanowar Elves into an Imperiosaur. I should probably go in for the Hammerskull first and then the Imperiosaur, but we'll see. I don't want to get too ahead of myself here, there's a lot of different things that can happen. Tough cookie. We got some tough cookies for you. I don't know if they're literal cookies like yours, but they're pretty tough. So yeah, I guess we can go for Imperiosaur, but I think it's just better going for Hammerskull, right? The Imperiosaur can buff the Hammerskull. So Hammerskull's still definitely, if you have both of them at least, still a little bit preferable. But the Imperiosaur with a new Ether Drift here, I mean, you just gotta love it. Spyglass Siren, sure. Map token, on the map, on the map, on the map, on the map. Okay. I think Simic just got a Verge card now too, don't they? Another Siren, that's fine, whatever. Yeah, they just got a new Verge. Which is kind of... Oh, there it is. Fade from History. There we go, baby. I like this card a lot. So if they go for the Simulacrum nonsense, we've got this. I think we're just going to go in for the Imperiosaur first. Not really the most mana efficient, but this Spyglass Siren, this is going to be an absolutely big kaboom. So Spyglass Siren just gets absolutely sent into the Shadow Realm. No trample damage, though, but... That Spyglass Siren went out pretty bad. Gotta feel for you. Alright, Synthesizer, not that big of a deal. We've got Frillback and Fade from History. So Fade from History can really just put them out. I do have Fade from History, but like I don't know if I even really need it with 4 Tranquil Frillbacks and Brotherhood's End. So let's just go in for the Frillback first. I have a hard time feeling... I just don't really feel like the artifact decks are going to do that well in best of 3, to be honest with you, because they're just so easily sideboarded against. Like I said, Brotherhood's End, even this Fade from History, I do like this card. The Fade from History, but even Frillback and Brotherhood's End alone, I just can't really imagine that Simulacrum decks really stick around. I think they're just way too fragile, but maybe I'm missing something. Alright. Looking good, looking good. I mean, I'm not even really in that much, like, trouble. Let's just try and swing in here first. We have 3 big dinos. We've got, like, I don't even want to say the biggest dino, because we have Ghaltas and Etalis, but the Agonasaur Rex lurking in the foreground here. In the background, not really the foreground, the background. I guess we might as well do this. I want to drop down the 8/8, but, like, I don't know. Let's try this out, too. We can just cycle it. Give it trample and indestructible, so I don't know. That feels pretty good, too. We'll try this out. And then we'll go in for, like, the Draconautics Engineer with our remaining 2 mana. I think that's pretty good. So there's our Brotherhood's end. I mean, there's just, like, unless they have, like, this tiny big enough. Yeah, there's just absolutely nothing they can do here. I know they got a food token, but I didn't really want to push for this, but let's go in for Llanowar Elves. We can shock them with the Engineer, just in case they, like, sweep the board. Or at least bounce the board back with the Blue Seasons or something. I don't know. They might do something weird, but Engineer can give haste, and it doesn't matter because we win. Swoops, there it is. Swoops, there it is. All right, baby. We got Lorekeeper into an Imperiosaur. I mean, that feels pretty damn good. The only downside here is obviously we can't go in for the Aetherspark on turn 3 because this is only for dinos. Aetherspark's not exactly a dino, but it's okay. Ooh, this is a dino. This is a fun dino as well, but nevertheless, let's go in for our Imperiosaur. Seems pretty simple here. Get a 5/4 Imperiosaur on turn 2. Feels pretty good. Don't kill him, no! Okay. Kind of rude as hell, but it's alright. And we'll get another one. Go for Dinosaur. So this appears to be what? This might be artifacts, or it might just be control. We'll see. Let's do this. For the Imperiosaur. I guess we'll just go in for a map token. Feels appropriate. Yeah, Kogla and Yidaro. It costs 6. Don't know if we've got the mana for it. It can... Oh, this is close, actually. I guess we'll keep it. It's close, though. I mean, it has haste, so that can kind of help out if they're really board wipe heavy. We'll see, though. Also, can just kill, like, a Simulacrum, which would be really nice. Perilous Snare. Okay, yeah, I mean, we can kill that. But do I, is the question. Let's go for the map instead. I'm just not really that comfortable with it. We can kind of wait on that. I want to get into more land here. Pugnacious Hammerskull. I'm actually going to say no. Go for Paleontologist, get it back. It feels a little blah. I think we're just kind of going in for power at this point, so... Alright. We want to push for damage, because this is already looking a little sus. So this is actually an interesting card, because it's got Start Your Engines, but it's not aggro at all. There's the synthesizer. Okay, so there's the synthesizer. We're going to have to take care of that pretty swiftly. So this is definitely artifacts. This is not just like counters and Sunfalls and Jace. This is going to be artifacts. Okay. Kind of another reason why I kind of wanted to keep our Kogla and Yidaro. You know, come to think of it, we can just wait. I mean, it is a little too tempting. You got to admit. Aetherspark into a Tyrox and just getting 5 counters on this thing. Like, we could add 10 mana of any color. I'm doing it. I'm too greedy. I'm sorry. I'm just too greedy. Bam, bam. Let's go. Aetherspark up to 10. All right, so we can add 10 mana of any one color. I don't know if that's really going to help us too much with this hand particularly, but I got greedy. So they can go in for definitely at least 1, right? They can go in for at least 1 synthesizer thingy. So there it is. So there's number 1. 5/5. We can kind of, I mean, honestly, we could just fight that with Kogla and Yidaro. But we'll see. Draw 3 cards and gain 3 life. That is apocalyptically horrific. This card is, wow. Wow, is this card nuts. That just completely just changed the entire dynamic of the game. I am not feeling good any longer. 10 mana of any one color doesn't help us particularly. And then we also lose the Aetherspark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I imagine that we at least got a draw here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can go in for the Kogla and Yidaro. I think it's really our only option, but this is looking pretty bad now. Alright. So gain trample and haste until end of turn. And I'm swinging, baby. Yeah, that, man, drawing 3 cards in 3 life. Craziness. But this our Aetherspark does go up to 10. I mean, this is definitely just like a draw engine. I know they can swing in, but then they have to, like, leave themselves open. I'm just kind of hoping they're kind of too scared to do that, but we'll see. No, Memory Garden. Oh my god, Memory Garden for 1, a 3/4 flyer, and a 6/6 construct for 1 mana. That is crazy. This deck is wild. Fortunately, we do have a lot of artifact hate in the sideboard, but this is crazy. This deck is wild. Alright, we're going to sideboard in all of our Frillbacks and Fade from History and Brotherhood's End and all that good stuff, because this is friggin' nasty. Nasty. And a thingy bobber. We're dead, right? Like, alright. The board is way too big. I got nothing for you. Yeah, let's go for our game 2. Alright, sideboard our stuff in. Really a shame that we only have 1 land here, because we got 3 Frillbacks, and Frillbacks are so good versus this deck, but it's just gonna have to be a mulligan here, man. At least we got 1. I think we can kind of rock with that. God, this is so awkward, because do we want to go for the... I think it's gonna have to be a Agonasaurus. What happens if we do this? We go for Elf. Turn 2, we go Hammerskull. Turn 3... Let's do it. We gotta be greedy. I'm being greedy here. We'll leave the land, and then we go for 2. Hopefully we draw into 1 land, and then we don't have to worry about anything else, but... This is definitely, definitely a little risky. I think you gotta risk it to get the biscuit, though. Might come back to bite us in the butt, but we'll see. Come on, land. There we go. Let's see, now we got a land. Now we don't even have to worry about anything. We're fine. We're fine. Pugnacious Hammerskull. Hopefully they don't have something for us on turn 2. Like a gut loss or something like that. Oh, this is pretty good. Market Gnome. Only question is, what do we want to do here? I think we definitely want to just go for the hammers. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go for Frillback, and let's just go straight in for the Market Gnome. I'm just trying to put an absolute blitzkrieg on him. Plus, getting the Frillback down will allow the Hammerskull to not have a counter on it. I think that's all we're going to have to really look forward to. So, bam! This is a pretty dynamite start. Hopefully they don't have, like, split up, maybe? Synthesizer. Don't love that. Definitely do not like that. We draw a land. I think we just drop down the Rex. 2 on top. That's pretty damn scary. I don't think we've got enough time for the Rex. I don't think so. I think we just drop down the Hammerskull and swing in with our Elf. I'm not worried about this Elf. Like, I want the extra 1 damage here. We're going all in. If they do have a Day of Judgment, I think we might just be cooked. If not, we can use the Agonasaur Rex, and we don't have to. This is what I love about the Agonasaur Rex, is that cycling ability, too. Round 3, fight. All right, so we've got pretty much the best card against them in the sideboard, but not much else. And we don't actually only have 1 red source as well, so like this is pretty wishy-washy. I think it's so close, but I think it's actually a mole. Oh, it's gonna hurt. I don't even want to look. All right, we got the Brotherhood's End. I think this is a little bit better by default. Let's go and put away the Etali. That was pretty close. We still got the Brotherhood's End, but only 1 red source yet again. Nesting bot. All right. What does this do actually? When it dies, it gets a 1/1 and then max. Okay, we can rock with that. Market Gnome, sure. Start your engines. I guess we just get you down, right? I don't think there's really any difference fundamentally. I guess we could just go for the elves. We're really gonna have to find a way to get into a red source here, because this Brotherhood's End is pretty devastating for them. So All right. Dinosaur. I mean, I can activate this now with their Power Stone. And come to think of it, I think I just probably will. It's probably a little bit better, right? Otherwise, it's Llanowar Elves into Hammer. No, it's probably that. Well, actually, I can't. No, oof, God. This is not an ability. Mana Man, come on, relax. So I guess this is either a 4/4. It's more like mana efficient because I can only use the Power Stone, but I think it's still better to just drop this. All right, that's fine. Do they have artifacts that cost more than 3? I know they have that Infinity card. Yeah, lost. That's fine. We can bear that. That's not that big of a deal. That's not that big of a deal. All things considered, this is a pace that we can handle. I mean, I know they're starting their engines and stuff like that, but there we go. Finally got this for the Brotherhood's End. Let's make use of the Power Stone token because this is probably going to go bye-bye, these artifacts. Let's make sure that we get the usage out of these map tokens. Brotherhood's End. I'm going to show him it. I'm going to show him it, man. Guess we want to do this, right? Let's just make use of these map tokens, get this thing nice and juicy. And I have another one, but they don't know that. So I think we're just going to swing in, and then I'm going to drop the Hammerskull. Sure. They'll block, which is obviously not amazing. But either way, this Market Gnome is going to go for Brotherhood's End. I mean, they're still going to get the card draw anyway. So I don't think we're like really like missing out on anything here. And then we go for Hammerskull. Not uncounterable, by the way. Deduce. Oh, interesting. Okay. They see the Brotherhood's End, though. Like, they see it. There's no element of surprise any longer. Really? That means they've got to have a counterspell. That means they have to have a counterspell here. There's no reason why else you'd do that. Because, I mean, you literally see it, so... Gotta be a counterspell here. But fortunately, we do have another one, so... Yeah, I mean, you've got to. I mean... You could just go for Ghalta. I mean, that's pretty good, right? Ghalta Haste. Ghalta Haste? I mean, that's pretty great. I guess we exhaust this now, right? We want to give Ghalta Haste. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, what else could they really have here? I guess they could bounce something, which would be kind of annoying. This is what I like about this Engineer, though, man. Giving everything haste for 1, though. Ooh, that is a dynamite hit, man. Good God almighty, that is pretty devastating. All right, we'll go for the Llanowar Elves. They have to have a counter spell. There's just no reason you'd go for the Synthesizer otherwise. There's just no reason why. Another Synthesizer, all right. I want to see if they put this on top or bottom, or what are they doing here? So 2 on top, that makes me feel a little nervous. I mean, hopefully they just play whatever this is. Just play this. Play it. Show me that it's not a counter spell so that I can just kind of sleepwalk to victory here. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Do not care. These don't have haste. You cannot give things haste with the Engineer. We're going to go in for the Brotherhood's End, and there's absolutely no worries. Etali would be really fun. I actually do have the Etali sleeves here. Etali for breakfast. I've already used my exhaust anyway, but it does not matter. We're going to go in for the Brotherhood's End. I'm going to destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. And they're going to go, oh, bye-bye. Look at that. Look how insane that is. Draconautics Engineer, let's go ahead and give him a GG's. Absolutely phenomenal. A masterclass. Dinos absolutely destroying artifacts. Nature remains on top, baby. Darth Aggro, how you doing here? So got an absolutely beautiful hand full of beautiful big dinos and the Aetherspark, but no dorks in one land, so... Be that as it may, we're going to get rid of you. It's unfortunate. Paleontologist probably is going to be the one to go. I do kind of like the Garruk's Uprising. Let's kind of give this a go. I know the Paleontologist, obviously that's pretty good too. Being a mana dork, I think we can rock with one, right? Let's see what we got here. Oh, dinos! You know what? I'm not gonna give. I was gonna give him the the whatchamacallit, the cheers, but I don't think we're going to do that just yet. We'll wait till we give him the cheers. I'll give him the cheers once we play our first dino. If we play our first dino. Hopefully they don't play down what we got going on. Okay, whew, that's actually really good. Because they could have went in for something really, really crazy here. Obviously just like their, you know, Regal Imperiosaur or something like that. But let's go in for dinosaur now. You know what? We'll give him a cheers now. We're going to give him a cheers now. Now they know that we're playing dinosaurs. Alright. Obviously being on the draw and them having 2 dorks, looks like we're going to get absolutely cooked into an oblivion. But maybe they don't have... Oh! That's not good. 8-2. Wow. Let's go and give him a nice... Let's go and give him a nice... do I even block here? I think I do. It has trample, obviously. But, like... I mean, I have to, right? I know they have trample, but, like, I have to slow them down. If they have another one of these, I guess this is just the move. All right, let's just get down a body here, I guess. I mean, I think we're absolutely cooked beyond belief, but... The Yearling, I'm not running the Yearling. I think it's a great card. I'm just personally not at the moment, but this is kind of what we're supposed to do against our opponent. Yeah, you know what? Let's not even show them the Garruk's Uprising. There will be no Uprising today. We're going to move right on to game 2, and holy shit. Well, that was one way to show off the deck for you. Hopefully we can kind of get something going on here. 1 land is extremely bad, but we do have 3 dorks that all cost 1. I think we can... Oh, man, we could actually make a case to keep this. I'm keeping it. I don't care. You know what? If worst case scenario... We still have a Paleontologist and 2 dorks. I don't know. It seems insane, but I'm feeling pretty insane today, so... Llanowar Elves, alright. Elf versus Elf, and we get... You know what? I get a little lucky there, but... Sometimes you gotta be a little lucky in life, you know? Paleontologist, Lorekeeper, your move, baby. Obviously, just having this Ghalta, the Ghalta will be able to be bigger than... Presumably, your little Agonasaurus that we're trying to show off, that you hit us with, but... Alright, Regal Imperiosaur on turn 2. Alright. Lorekeeper. Engineer. I didn't have enough mana to go in for whatchamacallit. This and whatchamacallit, but you know what? I mean, I could go for exhaust, I guess. No, I can go in for the Ghalta. We can go in for Ghalta next turn, so let's just hold still. Alright. Who needs lands? You just need dorks. You just need dorks. Not worried about it. I will let this go through, for sure. Come right this way. Party of 1, Regal Imperiosaur. Right this way, sir. Nope. I'm good there. So if we tap deck into a land, we could be looking pretty good here. I can't go for the exhaust here right now. No way, no how. We get a land, so how are we looking here? How can we make max efficiency here? Are we good to go? Yeah, right? So, Ghalta, Primal Hunger, and our new Draconautics Engineer. Let's go, baby. Exhaust. Thank you. Let's go and give him a little cheers action. Oh, there we go. All right. Swing in, swing in. I think we can even swing in with the Llanowar Elves, right? Sure. I mean, it's just elves versus elves. I don't think dinos. I'm surely not running anything super crazy here, so you get a big dinos, we got a bigger dino for you. I like this card a lot, though. Being able to give your other dinos just haste is just so insane, man. There we go. Ghalta takes it. Your dino's too small. All right, round 3, fight. I think we're going to have to take a mulligan here. Lorekeeper does not pair very well with the Draconautics Engineer because this is not a dinosaur itself. Makes a dinosaur, but doesn't make a dinosaur, so this is going to have to be a mulligan. Oh, no dorks. All right, we're going to have to get another mulligan. We're going to have to make some sort of, like, medium play here. So we only had dorks, and now we only have big things. All right, mulligan number 2. This looks a little better by default, so I guess we'll get rid of... I mean, it's going to have to be a land. We're going to have to get into the biggest dino on the battlefield, right? I guess it's probably this. I mean, it's not great, but I'm assuming we draw into at least one more land by this turn anyway. Got a Paleontologist, Hammerskull to at least block. Alright, I guess there's a way. Okay. Hopefully they just don't go in for anything too crazy turn 2. This is like the peak. Oh no! No! Alright, this is really bad. I was gonna say, hopefully they just go in for the Imperiosaur, because our Hammerskull is a bigger body, and then we can just block the Oh no! They've got the Hammerskull and the Imperiosaur. That is crazy. Absolute lunacy. So now we're just like cooked beyond belief, I think. I mean, maybe not. We can still block you. Other dinosaurs just get +1/+1, so we at least still have one good trade here. Until no, okay, chill. You know what? Hey, I'll give you cheers. This is exactly what we were supposed to be doing to you, but if you can do it to me, hey, is what it is. We're gonna have to let this go so that I can go in for my own Ghalta here, but oh, just devastating. I guess we may as well do this, right? Draconautics. Ghalta. Yeah, I think it is just about a good game. I haven't really done the math. I haven't done any sort of mental equations, but it's not looking too good here. I think they're going to send the house, and we're looking pretty cooked here. Oh my dear golly god. They didn't go for the rest of this ridgeline? I think they could have, right? What, hold on, could they have? This will just be like just icing on the cake if they have the Agonasaurus or whatever the hell that thing is. I mean, I have to do this, right? These don't have trample, so... Oh, no. Big nope. So I can kill this. We're trading here. I mean, I guess this is probably... They got something up their sleeve, I'm assuming. Do they have the Agonasaurus to give it like a +1 plus? The last card that you... Oh my god, hey, we'll give him a nice. We'll give him a nice here. That was, to curve out like that, that was the absolute giga nuts. I don't think you could have stacked your deck any better. I wish we could have got that kind of start here, but hey, Darth Aggro, good game. I can't even be mad. Hey, if you can beat us to our own game, kudos, man.